Today at Japan Cup. My name's James Trubney. This is Today At. I'm on my own today. Christy has decided to take a day off from New Japan Cup coverage, understandably, considering some of the things that were said online yesterday. So she wants to give her very, very best to you, and she hopes you enjoy the New Japan Cup, and she hopes you enjoyed pro wrestling in general. She'll be back soon. In the meantime, I'm on my own, so I'm going to give you a quick report of what happened yesterday so you can catch up. Please excuse the ambulances in the background. Satoshi Kojima and Yuji Nagata defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi and Katsuyori Murashima in 9 minutes and 51 seconds. Murashima tagging with his senpai and his leader, his what's the word I'm looking for? Boss, that'll do, because he's the president of New Japan Wrestling. Satoshi Kojima and Yuji Nagata taking the victory out in 9 minutes and 51 seconds. This is really posting the, what can I put this? It's kind of putting the pressure on Kojima and Tanahashi for the next round of their particular rivalry that's coming up soon. It was a good match, solid little affair, as you would expect from the people involved. I had a ton of fun, really, to be honest with you, and I'm really looking forward to Tanahashi versus Kojima. That should be exceptional. United Empire, Cal Newman, Great O'Khan, Jacob Austin Young, Jeff Cobb and TJP defeated Dakai Nagai, El Fantasmo, Jado, Oleg Bolton and Toriyano in 9 minutes and 10 seconds when Dakai Nagai was pinned. He was really in your face and Jacob Austin Young. There was a big rivalry moment in this. This kind of set off quickly. It's got out of hand fairly quickly because there was a lot of pushback between the guy and Jay, Dangerous Jay as he's known, that's it. And then they just kicked it off early to get things going. So it was a fairly bad-tempered affair, but fun for what it was. The story of this match is still El Fantasmo having to defend the title against either TJP or Great O'Khan, whoever gets there first, as he said. Or if some young boy might run down there quicker than he did. So yes, that would be cool. Tomoyaka Honma, Tomohiro Ishii and Yoshihashi lost to Hartley Jackson, Riki Owa and Zack Sabre Jr. in 9 minutes and 32 seconds. This was a very fun match. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a lot of fun. Hartley getting the pinfall over Tomoyaka Honma. Lots of teamwork in this. Lots of back and forth, and just a fun wrestling match. The Yoshihashi versus Riki Owa kind of picked up from where it left off in New Beginnings. So there was a little bit of violence, but mostly straight up wrestling. Zack Sabre Jr. doing on a bit of a clinic. Hartley Jackson getting his worth in with his, I think it must be his first pinfall victory I've seen him in since he started working in TMDK and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Next up, Bullet Club War Dogs, David Finlay, Drill Maloney and Sanada beat Just Four Guys, Taichi, Taka Michinoku and Yui Uemura. This was kind of a subdued affair, as obviously Dave Finlay and Yui Uemura have unfinished business, or Sanada rather, has unfinished business with Yui Uemura as he's picking rivalries for himself after the end of the David Finlay Yui Uemura quarterfinal. So this was kind of about that. Drill and Maloney and everybody else was kind of along for the ride in this particular match. Taka Michinoku and Taichi doing a good performance though, even though they lost. After this match, Hiroshi Tanahashi suggested that Just Four Guys come and join the main unit. Which I'll be honest with you, I'm not very happy about. Because I was picking new units that I wanted to follow and be my unit, because Chaos got broken up, and now they've moulded Just Four Guys into main unit. And it's like, well, I'm not following Hontai. No, because I followed Chaos because they weren't Hontai. So now that leaves me with a limited number of options. Like, I want to follow the guys that I kind of think best fit New Japan Pro Wrestling, and as much as I love TMDK, they're Noah guys. That's kind of their bag, right? They're all Noah guys. And Alice Touch is great, I suppose, but it's really something I dislike intently because it bores me. And then that leaves me with War Dogs. There isn't enough Japanese guys in War Dogs to make that kind of interesting for me. So I'm homeless at the moment. I'll have to make a decision. It's looking more and more like TMDK if Just Four Guys are done. But please stop Hiroshi Tanahashi from making things boring. That'd be nice. Appreciate that. Anywho, Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens and Gay Kid defeated House of Torture, Ren Narita, Show Unit, Oh no, they didn't. They went to a double count out. This is basically because Gabe Kidd and Ren ended up on the floor, cracking on at one another again. Chase Owens again inventing moves, and did Ricky to Robert with Gabe Kidd. This is slightly bizarre, to be honest with you. It was more effort than he's put in a very long while, and kind of did what it needed to do. Didn't really do an awful lot. Not a great wrestling match. Was kind of there. Semi-main event, Dick Togo, Evil, and Yujiro Takahashi defeated Los Ignorables de Japón, Bushi, Tetsuya Naito, and Yota Tsuji in 10 minutes and 7 seconds. This is about Evil and Yota Tsuji being your global heavyweight champion, and Evil wanting to challenge for it. Tsuji is not that bothered, so Evil is trying to make it personal, so that's kind of how it goes. And that was that, really. Then we get to the main event, Shota Umino versus Shingo Takagi, 24 minutes and 10 seconds, and this was a really good wrestling match. An excellent wrestling match, to be honest with you. Shota Umino doing what he kind of does best, in the sense of lots of short burst action maneuvers, and Shingo Takagi wrestling on the lead. It was good. It was solid. It was a solid performance, and Shota gets the win over Shingo Takagi to go up against Dave Finlay in the final. There was a lot of discourse around this yesterday, which a lot of it seemed fairly redundant and useless, to be honest with you, and I didn't agree with it. We've discussed this a lot on this particular podcast, but Shota does not get even breaks no matter what happens. If he was going to win this tournament, then it's kind of like makes it hard for him because he's debuting a new character and he's doing absolutely everything he can with that new character. Well, a change of character, shall we say. It's not completely a new character. And he's trying to make those sort of changes and trying to develop it on the fly, which makes it really hard to do what he's trying to do. And I think he's done exceptionally well with what he's done, given the circumstances. So I'm looking forward to the final, though. Shota Umino versus David Finlay, absolutely. A heel versus a proper babyface. We'll see what happens with the final. David Finlay comes back into full-on heel mode for this, as you would expect. So yes, I'm looking forward to this final. The match itself was good. It was solid. It was a nice piece of work. It needed what it needed to do what it needed to do. It put Shota over as pretty much a monster killer, which is kind of what he needs to be against David Finlay, who seems to be cool, calm, collected, and on top of his game. So the Friday's on Thursday. No, it's not the Friday. The Thursday's on Thursday. The final is on Thursday. We'll be recording on Saturday, and that will be this week's Troopany show. So you'll get to hear about that on Monday morning. In the meantime, thank you very much for listening to Today At series this year. We really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. And I will be back with you on Monday for the Troopany show / Today At as we look at the final then. Take care, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye!